Actually, I have a couple demos. Maybe I'll go. One is kind of related. Let's see. First, a couple weeks ago, you guys see my users count? Hopefully.
Yep.
I think before Thanksgiving, Steven pushed a branch up that had updated different ways to make bins. So you can do bins by like the number of bins or the bin size. And I just did some tweaks in the UI. So bin. So if you have age here, working on the bins UI here to just give you different ways to define the bins. So you can divide boundaries, the number of bins, or the bin size. And then when you say enter in a value here, we can give you a preview of what the bins will be. So you make it. So if you want to change that and you're like, oh, maybe not that, maybe I need it smaller. And there's still some interaction, I think, between the two, like how you get it to preview and stuff like that. That would be nice. Or you can go in here, and you can change this and you're like, no, I need this to start at like 10. You can go in and update those things. So that's one. And then I have to change my branch here to show the other one. Oops. Okay. Let's see if this works. Okay, so one thing, kind of talking about the dashboard and the like seeing the things in the way that you want to do. Oh, come on, you can do it. Maybe not. Hold on. Okay. When switching into edit mode instead, and we need a sidebar, doing something where we scale down the dashboard. I don't know if you guys saw that, but these tiles are all the same like aspect ratio size, but they've just sort of like scaled down, so they're slightly smaller. That way, like we can start using like more space possibly on the dashboard for things like what if we want to put that like click on this tile and then put like viz config options over here and you see them at the tile that it's like as things are laid out a little bit more.
Does that change the render load?
I don't think so. It's all doing it with the CSS transform. And I think there's some properties with like React Grid that we've been playing with that might make this like totally possible, but it doesn't seem to be the Vega stuff that's making that slow. It's just scaling it. There's some math magic to make sure it's like scales it so it's not the squished version scaling. So you have to adjust the width, which might cause it to re-render. But like playing around with it performance-wise, it doesn't seem to be like.
Yeah, I think the part that the re-render part on dashboards it's particularly painful is when we rerun all the queries.
Yeah.
Which we do entirely. It's still a little.
Oh,
bit
is that the issue?
Yeah. So the rendering itself should feel pretty good, even if we do re-render, like because it's a resize or something like that. And you could do it if you want to. If you like resize the image or the window like in the browser too, you'll see sort of the re-rendering of
Yeah,
Viz.
so
But like if you tweak the filters or like sometimes in the edits, we actually still rerun all the queries for some of the contexts.
Yeah, so like here is a bigger dashboard and they just adjust here. But
yeah,
the nice thing is that like, this is like it scaled them all pretty fast and there's, not 50, but maybe 20 here. And there's some issues that like maybe when you get like super small, but we still should like we can adjust there. But these should then be the size. If I switch back here to viewing, it's like how they look at that size. It's just another tool that maybe we can use eventually to add like a zoom. So like this is a really long dashboard. We can add a zoom control. So you could like scale this all the way down to see the full dashboard for like moving things. So like if I want to move something from the bottom to the top, I could pull a small one up and I don't have to like pull and watch it scroll, right? Some like zooming options. So just more of an experiment to see. And then once we have somebody on the more engineering side, I think help figure out how to really optimize it.
Nice.